We're live.
We're live, but we're on the wrong stream, so I gotta tell people to join this stream.
Says there are 5 people waiting.
Yeah, that was on the other stream.
Yeah.
Alright. So we will patiently wait.
Now it says 6 waiting.
Yeah, now I
so
feel bad.
someone came after.
Unless I can somehow start it on this one. But I don't even see a place to start it. I'm logged in as DNS Adventures.
It's weird. You'd think they'd have a big button. It says click here to start your live stream.
Oh, we got someone on there. I don't know if
Yay.
it's... Maybe I need to back out myself. Technology.
Oh, Happy Trails found us.
Hey, thanks guys. We'll try to get this sorted out here. Yeah, it didn't give me the option to join in the same live stream again.
Yeah, there was no button at all that said anything about
We're
joining.
newbies still, so here we go. So we can click it on this guy here. Yep. Alright, cool.
4 people now.
4
So
people.
people must be getting.
That might be me though,
Well,
as the 4th person.
yeah, but there's still 3 others that aren't us.
Alright. Happy Trails, Touring Taste Buds, and Joy Stewart. Thank you all for joining. And whoever else is on here that I can't.
Oh, no, we have 6.
Okay. There we go. Alright, cool. So for this little live stream, we had not a presentation to show you guys, but just kind of a impromptu list of things that basically lessons we've learned so far in our first month of... Turn my volume down on my computer.
Yeah, so if we're looking down a bunch, it's because there's actually a piece of paper here with a list on it.
Yeah, we did a little brainstorming before the session, so. Alright. So one of the first lessons that we learned here was that not all the campgrounds are that easy to find the points of interest we're looking for. Basically, we're trying to, when we're heading up to the Upper Peninsula where we are right now, we're trying to head up the west side of Lake, or east side of Lake Michigan, on the west side of Michigan, and just try to get to some of the campgrounds out there, but we found out most of them were booked.
They were mostly booked, yeah. Because
Yeah.
we're only looking like a week out usually,
Mm-hmm.
and we've kind of learned that lesson a little. We'll get there.
Yeah, and we have all these little specific things, like I think we said in the last live stream, we have to have good cell signal, we have to have, it has to be pet friendly basically. And should contact Beer Belly Travelers. Actually, we did contact them. We haven't been able to meet up yet, but hopefully soon. Yeah. So that was kind of our first lesson. It's not as easy to find campsites not as easy as we thought it would be, basically. And the second one is the huge, wide variety of RV parks and campgrounds that are out there right now. Like, we've stayed at so many different types already. There is one that we stayed at a couple times ago that was pretty much, we kind of described it as suburbia because it was just a bunch of concrete driveways in the middle of like an open field basically. But they had like the new trees like you would have at a new subdivision and like a new house subdivision. So it's kind of interesting staying at that one. Hey Tom.
Everyone had really nice RVs too, so we felt like it was a classy place.
Yeah, everyone had these huge Class A's and huge fifth wheels, and of course we have our little 21-foot travel trailers.
Yeah.
We felt a little out of place. There's some other travel trailers that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel like we were like, whoa, where are we? But it was just a little different, I guess.
Yeah. And then there's other ones, like a couple woodsy ones, really woodsy. Some of them, trees are probably a little close to the RV as we're backing in there. Well, the last one particularly.
One, yeah, I was going to mention that. We had to maneuver the RV just right so we could get our slide out so that we weren't hitting the tree.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. And of course, all these parks have different amenities, like partial, full hookups. Some parks only have partial hookups. Some of them, like the one we're at right now, has full hookups. So it's kind of nice to have that, to be able to run all the water you want while you're here. And the bathhouses, some of those you don't even really want to walk into.
Yeah.
And the other ones, like the one here, it's amazing. It has a really nice shower. We're literally
It's-
at like a brand new
Yeah,
park right now.
I was
So
just gonna say that. They still were installing things. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but 2 days ago I was in the shower and they had one hook for your towel, and then a couple of days ago there was another one underneath it. So like they've been adding things as we're here. I think it's only been open a few months.
yeah, it's a brand new park,
Mhm.
so it's kind of fun. They have the online booking system up, which a lot of campgrounds
Props.
don't have very many online booking systems set up. So we'll get back to your questions here in a second. I'm just finishing this thought before we stop and pause. But then we also have the small and large campgrounds, like the last one we're at was probably medium sized.
Yeah, it wasn't huge, but maybe like 50 sites.
And the one before that was even smaller, I would say. The one in the middle of that forest. So
Mhm. Yeah, that one was really small, like 30 or 40 sites. But we've also been at ones like the Yogi Bear campground.
just
if you
did
guys
that
saw
campground
that
review, yeah.
there were like 1,200 sites or something. It was crazy.
2 swimming pools, 2 volleyball courts. What else was there? Like 3 or 4 playgrounds, and everyone had a golf cart. That's the mode of transportation around that place.
Well, you almost need it. It's so big.
Yeah, we walked around it, but when I went and did laundry, I drove the truck there. I did not I did not walk the laundry all the way over there. And then some of them are extremely busy, and some of them are
Super quiet.
like even this campground. Like during the week, everyone is out exploring. Since we're working during the week, we're like literally the only ones in the
Yeah.
campground. So
It seems like Tuesday, Wednesday are not that busy, and then like Thursday and Friday people start showing up for long weekends.
yep, starting to
then-
fill up the park.
Yeah, Monday as well. People are sometimes there, and sometimes people are just leaving. So it's interesting.
Right, let's scroll back to some of these comments here before we hit the next one up here. Oh, thanks Happy Trails for the thumbs up. Same thing for Joy Stewart. Did they stick you in the ghetto part of the camp?
I think they were talking about the driveway one, the
Oh,
suburbia,
the
where we
suburbia
felt
one?
a little out of place.
No, that one was actually really nice. That whole campground, it actually felt a little too fancy for us. Like
Yeah.
we felt
Well,
really out of place.
We were also a little annoyed because we had booked that place as like our last resort, basically, because we spent like 4 hours looking for a campground and everywhere was booked.
And it was like
It was very
Thursday or
pricey.
Friday when we were doing this, and we had to
Yeah.
be there like that Saturday. So we're like, you know what? We're just gonna pick a spot regardless, because we found one that was open. And another story, that next campground, I think I was on the phone for what, like 3 or 4 hours?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
on
about.
hold. Yeah.
It was crazy.
Oh man, haven't had another experience like that yet, thankfully. But it's definitely possible, obviously. So learn to plan ahead, I guess.
Yeah, and set aside a little bit of time for booking campgrounds, because we didn't realize that was going to be such an ordeal.
Yeah.
It takes a lot more time than we thought.
Right. Sloan's Wilderness Expeditions, thanks for joining. Enjoyed some of the Indiana adventures, always interesting to see from a new perspective. I love Indiana state parks and just different areas to hike around, especially around that Turkey Run area. You drive around there and it's literally all cornfields and soybeans, and then suddenly, right smack dab in the middle of it, there's all these really cool rock ravines. I don't know what you call
what
them.
you even call it.
Yeah, canyons. But
Canyons, yeah.
yeah. It's kind of weird. I see my laptop over here and there's a delay of me moving my
Yeah,
hand. So
that's interesting.
yeah. All right, let's see here. Joey Stewart, fancy places won't let you tent camp out of your car and people talk to you. That is true.
Yeah, it almost feels like you're going out to get the paper in the morning at those places where you're just like chit-chatting with your neighbor.
There we go. People saying hi to each other. Let's see. Searching for that. Yeah. Awful is actually a light word, I would call that.
Yeah, hopefully we won't have too many more experiences like that. I'm hoping it was just a one-off weird situation.
Tour and taste buds. How did you find your sites? Mostly use Google Maps. Search for the best RV parks because they do have a lot of good reviews on Google Maps. We found that out.
Yeah.
We still try to utilize like Compendium and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
Google
Google's
Maps.
nice, especially if you don't have full hookups, then you can find out if the showers are nice and if they have good laundry facilities and things. So.
I know it looks like I'm looking ahead, but my eyes are actually shifting down to the chat over here.
Yeah, it's a little sunny right now.
Oh, you live in Lafayette? Yeah, I lived in Lafayette for 6 or 7 years, probably, back and forth.
And
so
I was there for a year and a half for grad school.
Yeah, we both
That's where
went
we
to
met.
Purdue University, so definitely a cool place, Lafayette. All right. Yeah, pretty much just the dunes in the northern part of the Indiana, but there is a Potato Creek State Park. We wanted to go, but it was just way too hot that week, and we wanted to take Blaze with us, so fortunately we weren't able to go up there.
Yeah, and then I think we had to work late one night or something, so it did not end up working out.
Yeah. Notice the hat. Watching the grass grow. Yeah, that can be interesting sometimes and relaxing, right? All right, we'll hop on to the next little subject here. And this is kind of a big one for our lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's the Wi-Fi and cell signal. Lessons learned there, probably quite a few.
Yeah, where do we start?
Yeah, it definitely adds to the complexity of trying to find the next RV park because living on the road is still kind of a new concept. I mean, it's getting more popular. There's kind of a moving towards it. Yeah. But we definitely recommend like having 2 cell carriers at least by going on the road. We started with just trying to stick off AT&T. We found out quickly that our sources, the fine signal, aren't 100% reliable.
Yeah.
So, and we need it because we do still work the 8 to 5.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. It might be different for other people if they have more flexibility, and you could just go to a library or something if you just need Wi-Fi for like uploading videos. But to be connected 9 to 5 every day, every weekday, poses some challenges. So that's why we've been really picky.
Yeah, so at that last park, I think I might have mentioned in the last video that we had where we met SNS and the RV cats there. That was really cool. But the internet, we got there with AT&T because it showed like little green dots on opensignal.com, so that's not our only source to find internet anymore. But we went there and thinking, we'd be fine with AT&T. Got there and AT&T was, you still got like 1 to 2 bars, but
not useful.
like the download speed was maybe like 1 to 2 megabytes per second, and then the upload speed was worse. So yeah, it wasn't really usable for us. Like if only one of us was working, we might have been able to pull it off, just losing connection quite often. But
the WeBoost didn't really help there, did it?
yeah, it kind of surprised me. Usually you can get a little bit more signal boost. I don't know if AT&T's cell tower is just really busy around there or what.
Who knows? Yeah.
Was not able to use that. So on the fly, luckily you can upgrade your Verizon plan. Since we both have Verizon on our cell phones, we were able to upgrade our Verizon plan to, we just went all out and got their biggest plan that they had data wise, because we're like, well, might as well if we're going to be using all this data on the road.
Yeah, I mean that was like our third campground. And we were like, if we're already having trouble, we're probably going to need 2 carriers for work pretty often.
And we only had a 6 gigabyte plan between the 2 of us beforehand, so that may have lasted like 1 or 2 days with our work, so that wasn't going to work at all. And we didn't want to move campgrounds after we got there, so we decided just to upgrade the Verizon plan. The next comment I had in here, it's not really an exact science trying to find signal. We've tried to use OpenSignal, which is an app you can have on your phone or just the website online, and then looking at the carrier maps, obviously, just to see where they say they have coverage. They don't say how good of coverage they have in those areas, but they show a little.
There's something.
Yeah, they should have it in that area.
Yeah.
And then compendium reviews, or if we can find stuff like Touring Taste Buds said, like on Google Maps or something like that. But still not exact science. It'd be nice. Like, I've even thought about writing an app dedicated just for cell signal, because I think that'd be very helpful for RVers. But yeah, it's been an interesting task trying to find that. And well, let's go to the comments here before I get into Wi-Fi. Let's see here. Are you going to be able to get the Big Ten network while you travel? Well, technically we aren't paying for it, but I think
My dad has one of those huge plans through Optimum, the provider where they live, and he gets all the channels. I'm pretty sure they get Big Ten, so we can stream a lot of things online.
we might mooch a little bit off for
Yeah.
Dad a little bit, as far as like HBO Go and stuff like that.
Yeah, so we can get a lot of things like that. Anything that really you can stream online through whatever service. What do we have? We have the
The
Roku.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we can stream through that.
That's one thing we did find about our Verizon plans, kind of switching subjects here, but we were talking about Cell earlier. But our plan, even though it's the unlimited data plan, it's huge. Like, I don't think we're ever going to use it up, because we have
Probably not.
75 gigabytes per phone of just like whatever you want to use on your phone, but you have to use your phone. You can't use connect your computer
use
to
the
that.
hotspot with that.
Yeah, but that does have like 20 gigabytes of hotspot per device, so we have 40 gigabytes total, so that should last us as long as we need it to, hopefully.
Yeah.
And I think that's, let's see some more comments here. Yeah, the Big Ten network. We kind of went like that on a tangent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll definitely, when basketball season, well, I guess football season first, I'm definitely going to be trying to watch some games. And we do have our HD antenna, so if we are still in Big Ten country, I don't know if they have any streaming signals on just via the HD antenna if we can pick up Big Ten. I kind of doubt it. Probably have to be on like ABC or something else in order for us to pick that up. So probably have to use our cell devices to watch those sorts of things. So many lessons, so unpredictable. Yes, very true. Touring Taste Buds. Happy Trails hiking. We had to up our Verizon on the road too, and we were only gone for 3 It's amazing how much data we use when you're used to such an unlimited data like Comcast or Optimum or whatever cable service you have. I think some of them were talking about going to limited data at one point, but you don't really pay attention to it. Like before we left, I think we're using like 300 or 400 gigabytes a month. So that was with me like playing video games
and we didn't have cable, so whatever TV we were watching, we were streaming.
Yeah, we just streamed stuff constantly, which here we kind of turned out we like sitting outside more than watching TV. So, but as you said, Tom, like once the football season and basketball season, I'm obviously
Probably,
a pretty big Purdue fan, so
gonna want to tune in.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch that.
Watching a 3-hour game is a lot of streaming.
Taking a different path. Welcome. Said yes, please let us know when you find great or places with great signal. Yeah, we're trying to add it to like Compendium, each of the different campgrounds we stay at, because that seems to be one of the best sources of finding how good your internet signal is going to be. So at least the places we've been at, we're trying to upgrade, which obviously if we stayed there, you know what had good signal, because we were able to work and stay there, because so far we haven't ran into the situation where like, so we have to take a vacation now or just up and move and lose our money. So so far we've been pretty lucky of at least finding a way around or a workaround. Let's see here. You can use a tether cord to your television or to your computer so that it uses the data like it's your... Yes, I actually was looking into that. My last phone, I literally just got a new phone this week, but my last phone apparently didn't have that capability. It was that Droid Turbo 2, but I now got that Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing that. Or there's that, what's it called? Dex is something Samsung came out. You can actually turn your phone into a computer. So that way you can also, I think you can send it through HDMI or USB or something like that. Probably HDMI, that would make more sense. But you can also hook up a mouse and keyboard into it, but I won't nerd out on you guys. Let's see here. Happy trails hiking. We get too used to being connected with, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, being a YouTube channel, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
You want to watch your fellow YouTubers' videos, which has been more challenging on the road, but obviously I'm watching a lot more on my phone now with that Verizon plan, which we got. So that is helping out a little bit, but still got to be careful not to get too carried away. Like when I watch your YouTube videos, unfortunately, I have to watch it in like 144p instead of 1080p. Otherwise, I'd use up all that data in like a weekend. So got to be careful on how much data we use on the road. Back into that same subject, though.
Yeah, this
I get
ultimately takes a while to talk about.
Yeah. So one thing, as touring taste buds probably know, and other people stayed at other campgrounds with Wi-Fi, pretty much all the Wi-Fi we've stayed at campgrounds so far has been
not really usable.
I was gonna say worthless.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to just check Facebook or something, it's probably okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them we haven't even gotten on, honestly.
Yeah. What was it? I don't know if we had it at the last. Yeah, they had it at the last one, but they never told us what the password was.
Oh yeah.
So we never actually ended up using that Wi-Fi.
Yeah, because you got to go like run over to the office.
Yeah.
We weren't near the office, so
We had good cell signal, so we were kind of lazy
Yeah.
on that one. But
yeah.
this campground actually has decent Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's okay. It kind of ticks me off sometimes, though.
That's another thing. It's usually pretty unreliable as far as a stable connection. So if you're connected with work through like VPN access or something that requires a connection within a connection,
Constant. Yeah.
you're gonna have issues probably
Yeah.
at a lot of Wi-Fi. So currently, I think cell signal is pretty much the best way to go for.
Our best bet. Yeah, for sure.
I think you can still get satellite internet as well, but it's a lot more expensive, and I heard the download speeds aren't really all that great. So we're still hoping for a true unlimited plan here eventually, so we can just go wild and stream all we want.
That would be nice, but for now, we'll be a little restrictive.
Yep. And let's see. Oh yeah, you already said Wi-Fi is pretty much good for small tasks at best. So.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're caught up on our comments. So we have a couple more little subjects here that we're going to talk about. Try not to run this too long. We're shooting for a half hour at 22 minutes, so I'll try to go a little bit faster.
Over.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think battery is good on laptop, battery is good on the phone. We're actually using AT&T and Verizon right now. We're using Verizon for the connection for the live stream and AT&T for my laptop so we can do the chat. So, yeah. Alrighty. So the next one is backing up the trailer. And
everyone's favorite part of RVing.
Yeah, and this was literally the first time I had ever really backed up anything besides like moving trucks and stuff like that. I think I'd be able to adapt to a Class C pretty quickly, but this is the first time where it bends in the back as you're backing up, and
adding another dimension of confusing.
Yeah, so learned pretty quickly that it wasn't going to be as easy as I thought it would be. The plan was, before we headed off full time, that we'd take it out to some big empty parking lot, set up some cones, do some backing up and practice there, but, well,
we didn't really do that.
Never happened. I remember the very first time it's another story, I'll try to keep it short. The very first time we started backing up the trailer in the campground, and what was that campground called? It was in Connecticut. Anyways,
I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
It's not really
not important. But it was downpouring that day, and that's like one of the worst I felt in my life, because there was a guy helping us back up, and he's not wearing a rain jacket or anything. He's just sitting there behind us, just wearing a t-shirt and jeans, I believe.
Yeah, and it was cold. It wasn't like a pleasant rain either.
Downpouring cold rain. And I couldn't get into the first site. It was too tight of a spot. I don't know if we would have been able to get in there anyway.
Even thinking about it now, I'm not sure we'd be able to after having more experience.
I still don't have that much experience.
Well, a little bit more.
Yeah, but there was like bushes on one side, and yeah, it was hard to get into. So he had me back into one where you can go straight back, and of course I was going trying back into that spot. So I felt horrible, and I'm sure that guy felt horrible and probably a little angry at me at the time.
Yeah.
But a lot of lessons learned so far, and I am getting a lot better at it. I'm still thinking in my head, it's the reverse of what you think it is. It's the reverse of what you think it is, but sometimes it doesn't work out as well as I thought it was.
Yeah, sometimes I'll see him like turning the wheels one way, and then he'll be like, wait a second, and then he does it the other way.
Well, and then there's that confusion when she's giving me direction. She's like, okay, turn it left, turn it right. But I'm like looking behind
I'm like,
me.
you've got to go more left. And he's like,
I'm thinking her left or my left.
wait, what?
Which left is
Yeah.
it? I turn back around. Was she thinking that left or was she thinking the left I was looking at? So it's a lot of. We need to like get this communication thing down. Like
Yeah.
not even say left or right, but say like grunt one way and a grunt another way. Make some sort of key words, like, or maybe say it in Spanish, izquierda and derecha. Yeah, or something like that. That'd probably
Will that confuse you
I
less
think
or more?
Probably more, but okay.
There was a comment in there that we probably wouldn't.
Okay, let's see. Oh, my brother is on here. Hello, brother.
Oh, I didn't know that was your brother.
Yep. How often are you eating out versus cooking at the campground?
Usually 6 nights a week we eat here. Starboarded pork. Yes. So we usually eat out once a week.
Usually, but then there's times like we're trying not to give away too many spoilers because obviously we're still in Indiana in our YouTube channel. But there's a place we went to that it was a really cool place, so we ended up eating out a couple times during that week. But we try to just stick to one to keep the price down. But plus, she has to have recipes for the Harvest Skillet blog, so
Yeah.
throwing that in there as well.
Yeah.
Make sure you check out the Harvest Skillet. But yeah, that's pretty much what we do as far as eating out goes. People saying hi. Our home base is in Connecticut. None of the campsites here are very good for backing up.
We noticed that too.
Yeah, and we also noticed that Connecticut is extremely expensive. We might have been able to save some money, which right now we got Passport America, which anyone doing RVing for more than like once
Yes. That's
year.
it. That should have been on our list of lessons.
use Passport
Buy
America.
it.
Yeah, it may have been like $40, and
Yeah.
it's half off at like not like 7 days for the entire week, but it's a really good deal. Like this campground,
We didn't use it here. But the last one,
bad example.
the last one and the one next week, we got almost half off, just right off the top.
So like this campground, I'm just gonna say it was like $275. It's kind of expensive for us. But the next campground, it's only partial hookups with just water and electric, but it's $108. Like
For the week, yeah.
imagine, like it takes me back to my days when I first got out of college when I was paying like $350, $400 a month for rent before we moved to Connecticut. And
Yeah, but
I'm
were
not.
you like living on top of someone else's garage or
I was
something?
living on top of my dad's business's garage, so I might have gotten a deal. but anyways, Indiana was a lot cheaper, so it's taking me back to those days, which, yeah, I'll stop getting off subject here. But, yeah. Hike with Mike. Hey, how's it going? It's been a while since I hooked up with you and talked to you online. Let's see here. Starboard. That's what you're laughing about earlier.
Yeah.
Watch Long Along Honeymoon's video on backing up a trailer. Believe it or not, I've actually watched quite a few videos on backing up a trailer. I don't know if it's something in my brain that's just not clicking. I think I just need to sit down one day, kind of like memorizing someone's phone number. Like, just sit down, okay, this is what it means to do this. Like, I already know it, but for some reason I feel rushed whenever I do it. I mean, anybody's backed up a trailer, you think everyone in the campground is staring at you while you're back up.
Sometimes they are. That's the thing.
Sometimes I stare at people while they back up, so guilty. But
Well, at the last campground, I know we keep going on tangents, but I mean, we saw like these people were really struggling. It was a very tight spot, and
that big
people,
fifth wheel.
people next, like
They
a
were
little
just
ways
like-
down, were just sitting there staring at them, and they were like, "This is so entertaining," and I'm like, I feel bad for these people.
I could see them just getting a bag of popcorn
Yeah,
and
and
just.
But that's another thing, is at some campgrounds we've been saying that our trailer's a little bit longer than it actually is, to give us a little bit more room for backing
Yeah,
up.
and I'm glad we did it at some of them, because that last one, I don't know if we could have actually fit it. Like, we say we're 21 foot, but we say we're 25, or I don't think I've said 30 yet, but usually just say 25 feet long, and I might go to 30. But just to give us that little extra wiggle room when we're trying to find a spot, because a lot of times when you reserve, you don't get to pick the spot. They tell you, okay, this is where you're going to be, and
Yeah, and it's based on your size, and some of them, if you're cutting it close, it could be challenging.
some people have different opinions and perspectives on how big a trailer is, and maybe they don't actually go measured, or maybe they count the spot as how far you're like, they expect you to detach your truck and park the truck
and
next
move the
to
truck,
it.
yeah.
I don't know,
But the people next to us at the last site had to park their truck like perpendicular to the trailer because the spot wasn't big enough for both.
yeah. We're not even done talking about backing up the trailer yet. Well, I guess I kind of hit up all these backing up, communication with the
That's
co-pilot.
probably good. Yeah, we hit that.
Yeah, definitely
We're
need to work
working
on
on
that. Mind up buying some headphones too, because we haven't pulled into any campground at nighttime, but I imagine people that do, like, am I good yet? Like, yelling at the person behind you is probably not a good thing.
Trying to back up in the dark.
Yeah, just yelling at each other.
There's a tree!
I remember seeing a shirt or a sticker online or something just saying, like,
I'm sorry for what we said when we were backing up the trailer.
yeah. Which, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
It tends to happen. There's a inner frustration or anger that comes out. Even when you're under no pressure whatsoever, there's no one around, for some reason you feel pressure to back into your spot because you want to make it perfectly aligned. And maybe that's just me, I don't know. Did we miss any other comments here?
No, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, Happy Trails Hiking's doing a 30-day workout challenge for all those that
nice.
want to get on that. So far, you do yoga every night, but
I try to be consistent.
not me. So I need to get back in the habit of working out, or we get some walks in with the dog every day, and obviously hiking's our big thing. So need to get some more not challenge. No, I'm saying the wrong word. Get some more exercise in there during the week. Yeah, Deanna's food blog is definitely a good place to go for nutritious food. When you add in beer and donuts and stuff, otherwise I'd probably be pretty skinny. But
Yeah.
I supplement to Deanna's
Yeah, I was
cooking.
gonna say he kind of interprets it a little different, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm part keto, part Whole30, part carnivore, part vegetarian, part. No, I guess you can't really be
You're
part of
whatever you feel like being that day.
chocoholic. Yeah.
Always.
Yep. Sugar. No. Those Thirsty Thursdays get us every. Yeah. It's not like we're drinking a whole lot. It's like one beer every once in a while, right? That's my excuse. Good old craft beer. Anyways. So the next lesson, it's the
Specific to
blaze
our
situation
more.
Yeah, you want to start this one?
Yeah, so traveling with a dog full time gets challenging, especially when said dog has a little bit of separation anxiety and doesn't want to be left alone. Because then you run into things like barking and his newest obsession, which is chewing on things on the inside of the RV.
Yeah, which he didn't do at all at the last two places we were at, the two rental places. He never chewed on anything. But apparently, before Deanna and I...
Yeah, he's been like this since I had him. The first place I lived at with him, he liked to chew on things when I left him alone. And 6 years later, we're still dealing with it. So,
yeah.
We try to get him as tired as we can when we leave him.
Take him on a good long hike or walk.
And I also give him this, I forget what it's called. It's like a natural calming drops. And that seems to have worked the past, I think, 1 or 2 times I did that.
And we also added some padding around the
Yeah,
places he was chewing.
Yeah, he chewed on one of the cabinets right by the door, which is kind of a problem. We need to stop that.
Yeah, it's okay. Like he chewed on the little workstation that we built in there. We're like, okay, if we have to buy some more plywood, that's fine. We can always restain something later. But then he started chewing on the RV itself, which we're
Yeah.
like,
We can't have
that's
that
gonna hurt
happening.
resale value
Yeah.
just a tad. So
So we're figuring that out. I mean, we love him to death, but we got to figure something out because we can't have it happening. And
yeah.
also just general barking and causing noise and nuisance. We've definitely had some neighbors at the last campground, right? That one dog was barking incessantly. So
Don't want
just-
Blaze to turn into one of those dogs.
yeah,
so.
just something to note is you can't always expect to have a super quiet experience at a campground, but we do the best to control our dog, and hopefully other people do as well.
Another kind of concern is heat, especially not as much where we are now, but when we are farther south. There's been a couple of campgrounds where I think it might have just been us when we ran the microwave and the AC at the same time when we tripped our breakers. Another lesson learned. But how many amps you can put on your 30 amp connection? But 30.
Gotta do the math on that.
Yeah. But yeah, we're kind of concerned sometimes, which I saw some apps online or some devices you can buy that actually alert you of the temperatures inside your house or
Yeah.
RV. We may end up buying one of those, but we have to have a reliable Wi-Fi signal in order to keep that online. So it's one thing we'll have to look into in the future, because we don't want to have the dog leave the dog in there and suddenly the AC somehow shuts off
Kicks
for the
if it's really hot. Yeah.
campground's power goes out or something like that. Could be pretty bad. So yeah.
Definitely, if we were in a warmer climate like Arizona or something, we would definitely have that. But here, when it's like 80 degrees in the middle of the day, it's usually, we don't worry too much.
As fun as it would be the boondock around Arizona and stuff, depending on the temperature, we might just go to full hookups just to make sure Blaze has
Not
AC.
during the summer.
Yeah, which,
well, we probably wouldn't be there anyway. But
in case you're wondering and you don't know, you can run AC off your batteries, but you have to have, well, big enough batteries, like, or multiple batteries hooked up in series or parallel. And you also can get this, I saw on Fate Unbound's live stream, I think it's called an Easy Start, that you can get hooked up to your RV. So when you kick on the compressor, it doesn't suck all that energy and blow your amperage out. It just, I think it stores energy somehow, so it actually starts off of that stored energy, and then you can run your AC off your normal battery using an inverter or something like that. But that's probably for another video. Not that I'm an expert, but just I watch a lot of videos and read a lot. So, all right, let's see if
a few
we
more
can.
comments?
Yeah.
There were a few.
Oh no, chewing on things. Yeah, that's the dog. Miss hiking with my basset hound. Yep, that'd probably be fun. We like hiking with our pup.
With our dog that's getting older.
Yeah.
We gotta keep that in mind, because
He's kind of restricting
He's
us
slowing down.
sometimes, but it's nice to get him out though, and just seeing how happy he is getting out there.
when the weather's nice and cool, he has tons of energy, but when it gets warmer, he starts dragging.
I feel like ever since we hiked up Gorham Mountain in Acadia, that's when we really started noticing him kind of slowing down, because even the previous year, like, he was just kind of running up those hills. It's usually on the way down where he was slow, but he was still kind of slow on the way up, so definitely showing his age. Let's see here. Hey, Mark Reynolds says, hey, you guys ever hiked in the Adirondacks? Yes.
We have.
That's it? No, I'm just kidding. So where did we go? We went to Whiteface.
Whiteface.
Which we didn't really hike the entire Whiteface. We just drove up to most of the top, and then
There's just a short trail to the summit.
yeah, and rather there's actually an elevator going to the top of the
true,
mountain.
there is.
That's the first mountain we've ever been to that there was an elevator going to the top of the mountain. But it's actually kind of a slippery, rocky trail, so I would not go there during
There were some big jumps, I'd say.
some kind of bouldery types. It just has metal fences going along boulders, so there aren't steps or anything. It's just rock face.
Yeah.
But it is so beautiful up there around Lake Placid. So I think we
did some more hiking too, just on smaller trails that I don't remember the names.
yeah, we
guess
stayed
look
at
it up.
some. That's when we're still tent camping, which I still enjoy doing, but this is a little bit
A little upgraded now.
a little safer probably for long term. And AC is nice. And comfortable bed. Pretty nice too. But anyways, but yeah, we stayed at something pond, like Raccoon Pond. No,
No, I can't remember.
I don't know. It was around like a series of ponds. It was west of Whiteface though. It was there was some cool hiking back there. We just most of the times we just Google places in the area. We don't always do a whole lot of research before we go, which can get us into trouble. But what were you looking at?
Oh, I was just curious what was going on.
Oh, okay.
Nothing important.
Yeah, Adirondacks are cool. We probably want to go back and explore more because that was just like a
Yeah, we were only
Short.
there for a few days.
yeah. So definitely want to go back. And I don't know if you guys have checked out like Rocket Outdoors, but they have a lot of cool videos around that area, I believe, as well. I think they're actually in New Hampshire, but they've traveled over there to the Adirondacks as well. Let's see here. Get the Kong dispenser and fill the Kongs with treats. Actually, Deanna tried that.
Well, yeah, we have just the regular Kong, but sometimes he just doesn't play with. Like, I fill it with kibble and then I cover it with peanut butter, and he didn't even really care for it last time. Sometimes he likes it, but other times he just leaves it alone and doesn't touch it while we're gone.
Your sister Jess was talking about getting one of those thunder jacket things or something.
Oh yeah,
like that.
thunder shirt, which
Thunder
is
shirt.
supposed to like kind of swaddle them like a baby. So we might try
He might
that.
need it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean he likes being held.
Yeah.
He's kind of is a big baby.
But the Marcel taking a different path also said Marcel temp monitor runs on cell sig. Oh, I think I actually watched a YouTube video on that too. Who did that YouTube video? Getaway couple, I believe. Another RVing couple. Because I think they had something similar. I think that was them who made that video. Yeah, we'll have to look into that. Kind of looked expensive. That's why we're trying to find things that would go off our existing signal. Because I think for that thing you actually have to get another cell plan as well. So if we could go off our existing cell plans, that'd be awesome. But
I was also thinking we could just have like a regular video camera set up to be monitoring him anyway, and then over in the corner just have like a temperature sensor set up so you could see it. But we still run
that would
into the
work.
problem of how do we keep that online?
yeah, you can actually see it right here. This
Yeah,
is our
whatever.
hotspot, but there's actually some setting on here. I think you could probably turn out. We're running out of battery, but probably turn it off where it times out basically. Like if you aren't using your Wi-Fi for a certain amount of time, it shuts off. Probably to save battery and everything. So I just need to figure out how to
How to
turn
keep
that
it
off.
on. If it's plugged in, does that happen?
I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But
Anyway,
yeah,
should we finish this up if we're running out of battery?
yeah, we should probably. do that. Yes, getaway couple. Okay, thanks for confirming. They make some really cool RV videos and a lot of campground tours as well. Maintenance. So, luckily we haven't had a whole lot of things break on the camper so far. Besides, well, it never really broke.
No.
But we were driving down the road one time. I might have already said this story in the video. I don't know, but I was trying to pull out in front of the truck. I didn't have as much time as I thought I did, so I kind of gunned it with the truck, so the trailer went and straightened itself out. And then
It sounds like you're doing like stunt moves. It wasn't that bad. It
got
was
up on
just
two.
like,
No, it didn't go on two.
it just like kind of swung a little bit.
Yeah, but the stairs actually popped out. Sorry, I didn't mean to cover your face. The stairs actually kind of popped out, and apparently during that time, luckily we're just going to Walmart to have. That was on our trip from Connecticut to Indiana, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went to a Walmart because they had fast food or something in the area, so we could have some food for the night. And once we were in that parking lot, we noticed the weight distribution hitch. There's like arms that actually attached to the trailer, and one of it was slid sideways.
Yeah, turned for whatever reason.
Yeah, and we're like, oh. So as I was checking that out, I was, of course, have a torque wrench with me anyway, so I was able to just straighten that out and torque it back up. But on the other side, or was it that same side? There's these little L hooks that go in there to hold the stabilizer bars or the equalizer bars on there, and one of the pins was just missing. I don't know if it just broke off or just popped off when we were driving down the road. So luckily we're in a Walmart parking lot.
Best place you could be when things go wrong.
Yeah, so Deanna just went inside the Walmart and
We just got a new hitch pin that had that same little clip on it.
it happened to be the right
And it was
size
the
for
right
the hole.
size.
So we were so lucky there. But I mean, we probably could have just used some or made something else up.
Yeah, but we got what we needed, and
Yeah,
it was.
we're still using it. We
Yeah.
haven't had to buy anything else. So yeah, that's. I can't even remember where we were going with that, but yeah, not a whole lot of things have broken.
That
Just
was really the only thing. I mean, we have some things that have been kind of noisy, like our sink makes this awful, like, squeak.
if anyone knows how to oil a plastic sink, let me know. I use WD-40. I don't know if WD-40 and plastic get along, but I used it and it still didn't do anything at all. So WD-40 works on mostly everything, but apparently not plastic.
Yeah.
So
Oh, the fridge was being squeaky, and then that stopped all of a sudden, unless you WD-40'd that.
I think I WD-40
Did you?
that.
Okay. Because I know we have problems with squeaky things. So we oiled the door, we oiled the
Bathroom door.
the bathroom door, the hinge to the fridge,
Mhm.
and now we're just struggling with the sink.
Anti-seize. Okay.
Interesting.
Is that like a brand name or is that just a type of spray or something? Happy Trails. Oh, hey, Airstream as a dream. How's it going?
Humidity.
Maybe the climate change. Yeah.
It's been doing it all the time, though. Regardless of humidity, I think.
I don't know.
At least lately.
We thought about just getting a new, not a new sink, but a new faucet on there.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting some metal ones. That way, because right now it's kind of hard to do dishes. The faucet's
The
kind of
head's
low. So we might get one that sits up a little bit higher. Plus, if we have one that sits up higher, we might get one of those Brita filter things that can attach to it. Because
Yeah.
we have actually two filters on this RV. One on the outside and one that's on the inside of the pass-through. Sometimes that still doesn't help
Yeah,
the taste
we
of the
can
water.
Still taste something funny.
And our RV fridge is so small, we don't
Have room for a pitcher.
room for a big pitcher or anything like that. So we'll probably end up getting a small little filter to put on the sink head itself, but not quite there yet. Same boat with the faucet. Ours is still
The original one.
Oh, Happy Trail said something too. I missed it. It is a spray. Check in the plumbing aisle at Lowe's. Okay.
Or Home Depot.
Okay.
We will do that. ETCs.
ATCs. Guess I could always watch the stream again. ATCs. I think there might actually be a Lowe's between here and our next campground, so we'll let you know if that works. Oh, and there's my dad. How's it going, Dad?
Oh, and
Hey, Chicory's Travels. Hey, guys. How's it going? Thanks for joining.
I think we're almost done, unfortunately, but we had like one or two more points, right? What did we have on there?
Oh, time for setting up. That's one thing we've also learned.
Oh, yeah.
And it's also getting dark, so we are running out of light, too.
Yeah.
The sun's going,
setting.
which is an awesome sunset. I might take you guys over there before we end this to show you. But
It is pretty.
yeah, what were we saying? Time to set up. So that's kind of one thing that's involved over time. Like, we still don't have a checklist. I even downloaded a checklist app that we don't
We need a
use.
checklist.
But yeah, still don't have everything quite sorted out yet. We kind of have a routine that we memorize, but sometimes when someone's taking longer, like Deanna helps me outside if I have to do a little extra stuff, or I come help her inside. When we do that, we kind of
We throw each other off. So like I'll come out here and start putting like the mat away and the chairs away and stuff, and then he'll be like, wait,
That was
you're messing up my routine.
what was I gonna do after that? Oh no! Like I have it all planned out in my head, but when I deviate from that, I
Yeah.
get all discombobulated. But
Luckily, we haven't like left the awning out or anything yet when we left.
yeah,
We did almost
that's
forget to
a good way to cut some
unplug
weight from the.
unplug the power cord one time.
Did we? Oh yeah, because that was one of the last things we.
Well, yeah, it was really hot, so we had left the AC on for Blaze, and we were just leaving that till the end,
And
and then
there's a couple folks remember our very first campground
Yeah.
in Indiana.
mm-hmm.
those chalk blocks aren't indestructible, it turns
No.
out.
No, they started to roll away and we heard pop, pop. It's like, uh-oh, what'd they do?
I didn't even hear it, but apparently those things exploded.
Yeah, they
Like
had
they-
like these small, I mean, they're not that big. They're like the little yellow chalk blocks. So, I mean, they're just plastic and they kind of explode and
I
go
bet-
everywhere when you run them over.
I'll admit, I accidentally ran it when I had the Nissan Frontier and we're still in the Connecticut driveway area. I rolled right over the top of those and ours seemed fine, so
Ours
maybe
look
it's,
sturdier.
yeah, they look a little more robust, I guess. But yeah, that was.
Yeah. So just make sure you double check everything before you leave.
Let's go back to some of these questions before we finish this thing up here. Are you guys enjoying the lifestyle? I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
There's ups and
Yes.
downs and advantages and disadvantages of everything, but so far, I'd say it's been mostly ups. A lot of things to get used to, like this place doesn't have a laundry facility, so this is the first time we're actually going to have to drive and go do laundry somewhere else.
Yeah.
I thought we could make it longer, but well, you can if you turn things inside out, but we won't go there. I haven't had to do that yet. I'd rather do laundry. Yeah. It's probably doing that that's my Friday night plan, is going to do laundry, so exciting stuff. Yeah, I'll go back to the. But yeah, we're really enjoying the lifestyle so far. Be able to go out, adventure wherever we want, seeing all these new places is awesome, and not having to drive like 10 hours to get to the new place. It's just down the road. Well, that's the goal, trying to get as close as we can to all these attractions.
Yeah.
I'll email you a copy that came with, oh, a checklist? Cool. Sounds good. How about a creek? That was probably in reference to something I said earlier, but I cannot remember. Do you remember?
I'm not sure.
For laundry. Oh. Yes.
We just need a washboard, right?
Yeah,
Or a plunger.
or Blaze's ribs.
He's not that skinny.
He's not that skinny. But he's pretty skinny though. We feed him, don't worry. We feed him a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually thought about buying one of those little bags. It comes with these little hard feelers inside of them that it's kind of, I don't know what they're called, but you just stick your laundry in there. You can only put like a couple shirts or something in there just to,
Probably for emergencies.
yeah, and they say you can put any soap in there, but I don't think I would just put any soap in there. I'd probably try to use some sort of laundry soap. But you just put the soap in there and it's kind of like one of those dry bags, but it has like, I'm guessing there's some sort of way to get the air out or something, but you just kind of wash it around and it seems to, apparently, I haven't tried it out, but apparently it cleans your clothes fairly well. At least gets the, yeah, it gets the goo out. I don't know what
Makes it more wearable.
less stenchy. I don't know. But yeah.
And with that, no. Good night, guys.
Time to tuck the baby girl in. All right, you guys have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. And I think
That's pretty much it.
yeah, we're kind of doubled our time period we wanted to have here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been awesome. We were going to open it for Q&A, but I guess we've been kind of answering questions as we've been going on. Want to just call an hour and just ask if anyone else has questions for another 7 minutes or so?
That's fine.
Then show you guys the sunset before it goes totally behind the clouds.
Yeah, maybe you should do that soon, actually.
Yeah.
And then we'll just call it quits.
Right. Well, does anyone have any questions or anything? I know a lot of you are actually adventurers and full-time RVers yourselves, so you could probably teach us more than we could teach you. So if there's not, I might just take you over there to the sunset here soon. What is the hardest thing to cook in your RV?
Well, we don't have an oven, so basically anything that requires an oven would be pretty challenging.
Yeah, we thought about buying one of those little propane oven things where you can basically just sit it on top of a stove. I think Coleman makes one. It's just like a metal cage.
Yeah.
And it has a little gauge on there. I don't know how well they work. We thought about getting something like that, but we haven't yet. I imagine it's not very efficient on propane. It probably uses quite a bit of propane in order to cook things in there. Dutch oven for Christmas? Is that what the technical term?
Well,
Dutch
we
oven?
already have one of those. It's just a big pot, though, I think.
Oh, okay. Hiker G16. How's it going? And don't worry, we're about finished up, but we're gonna show
Yeah.
you. You got it right here. Got here just in time for the sunset. We'll be taking you over there here soon.
Am I going to keep up my food blog? Yes, I am. It's kind of evolving a little bit, though, because, like I said, we don't have an oven, so
Yeah, it's a lot of one skillet.
easy things, no bake recipes and stuff like that, but still going for it. I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, you might start incorporating a little bit of lifestyle stuff in there too.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to be starting a YouTube channel.
Oh,
I guess
there
now
it goes.
it's
Out of the bag.
out of the bag.
Yeah.
For some stuff. So you guys will be seeing that soon. I'll be putting up some recipe videos and also a little bit about my health journey and things because I've changed my diet a lot and that's helped a lot of things.
She convinced me to do the whole 30 thing, which actually turned out to be well. Like I could probably be in some of your videos too. But
Yeah.
turns out dairy and me don't get along very well. So a lot of these things you don't know until you cut them out of your diet. So I'm not going to take that subject because she's the expert on it. I will shut up. We did it. It was amazing for our first trip. Oh, Glacier.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We wanna get out there too. And a lot of other places.
Yeah.
We're not even sure we're not even sure where we're going to be heading this year yet. So we have general ideas, but we're not even sure.
Yeah.
Kind of making this up as we go. All right, should we show them the sunset before?
Sure.
Because
Yeah, it's
I think we're
disappearing.
really running
Kind
out of
of
time
missed
here.
the peak.
All right. We'll see how good cell signal stays here and how well this stabilizes because it's just my phone. Probably could just close this guy, right? Hopefully that doesn't kill anything.
Yeah. Just take it away, Mr. Cameraman.
All right, sunset time. Hopefully,
Probably walk down.
I'm trying not to destroy people's privacy here because they probably don't want to be on a live stream on YouTube. So I'll just kind of point this at me for the time being. I'll probably flip this around. Actually, I could probably just show you from here, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Look at that sunset. Not as epic as some of the other ones, but still very pretty.
Kind of missed the peak, I think.
Yeah, we're a little late. We were jabbering too much. But, yep. Anytime. Maybe we'll just time this so we're always showing you guys sunsets. I feel like that's all of Instagram lately is sunsets. All right.
I took my sunglasses off.
Now I'll leave mine on. All right, thanks for coming along, guys. And we'll probably, I don't know if we're going to be doing this every week or every other week. We haven't really figured out a schedule yet, but camera's over here.
I know, I just found that out.
But we'll let you guys know. We'll try to schedule these when we can. Sometimes we might just kind of pop one up randomly. So I think this worked out better. Able to see some of you all on here today, so that was fun. And thank you all for joining, and we will see you all in the next one.
Bye, guys.
See you later. Have a good one. X.